So our $78 Amazon tires, a good buy. Are they worth it? Well, I'll tell you what they're not good for. It's this. I don't think there's any tire for a Mustang that's good for this. Well, this was stupid. Dude, as soon as I turned in the grass, I'm like, I knew that was it. Yeah, that's good stuff. I'm stuck in the mud. All right, yeah, currently I'm stuck here. Trying to get out. This sucks. Should I straighten it or what? That's good. That's good. Something just clicked. Hold on. Good stuff right there. Good stuff. That's where I was stuck, right there.
Good to know you can use performance tires for sandpaper for mud.
Yeah. How was that? So I've been in the market for some tires lately. The back ones are pretty worn out, and I need something to kind of get me through this transition period we have in Chicago called spring, where it gets from like 0 degrees to 60 degrees, back to 10, back to 50, to 20, to 40. It just kind of jumps all over the place all the time. If you live in Chicago, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I needed a good tire to get me through, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it because it wasn't supposed to be like a permanent tire. But they do hook, and I'll do a little more to show you in this video that they hook really, really well. So the question is it worth getting a cheap tire? Now, I had a couple problems trying to get this tire installed, and it wasn't the tire's fault. The first one being I took it to National Tire and Battery, and they wouldn't install it because they won't touch Amazon tires. So yes, this is an Amazon tire. I paid $78 for it. Well, two. I paid for 2 tires. I just buy 1 tire. I bought 2 tires, 78 bucks each. I talked to a few people that had the same exact tire. I read the reviews online. The reviews were great. The people that own these tires said that they work phenomenally. So it's not a big investment. 78 bucks tire. I can't go wrong with trying it at least, right? I figured if it's good, I can at least recommend it to you guys if you're looking for a tire on the budget. So far, this tire, it's a 275/30/19 because I've got 19 by 10 rear wheels on the back, and I've got 19 by I think 8.5 in the front. So the fronts are, this is a staggered setup. The front's a little bit thinner. So it's a little bit shorter of a tire than I wanted to go with, but I didn't see a 275/40. So I settled with this tire. Now it looks kind of goofy because my fronts are a little bit taller. They're 45s, I think. So I didn't want to show you a picture of it. It looks really stupid, but the fronts need replaced too. So I'm going to go with the same tires in the fronts. 255, I think 30/19s. So the lower profile definitely changed the gearing, not physically, but it changed the way the car handles the gearing in the back. It's got 373s right now, and it went from, I think the tire I had number the 45 was about a 27.5-inch tall tire. This is about a 25.5-inch tall tire. So this car literally feels like it has 410s in it. Dropping 2 inches in height makes a huge difference in the way your car feels as far as the gearing in the car. This thing, we used to cruise at about 2,500 RPMs, around 80. Now it cruises at about 2,850, 2,900. So a little bit of a drop in gas mileage is going to be happening with that. But again, I couldn't find the tire that I wanted with the right height. I couldn't find a 40 or 45. So the wheel gap is worse. I just brought up to you guys, if you happen to get a tire with a lower profile, what to expect. Not particularly this tire exactly, but you're going to want to lower the car if you get a low profile tire because the wheel gap's going to be immense. So. But this tire specifically, I've driven in the rain so far and it handles the rain really well. From the moment I put them on, dry traction is unbelievable on these tires. When I got this car, it had BF Goodrich Sport Comp 2s on here, and the Sport Comp 2s were okay. They weren't very impressive. I had Nitto NT 555s on my last one, and they hooked really well. But the BF Goodrich Sport Comps around here, straight line, they were no good. They spun. I couldn't grab second with them, and eventually just wore them out to the point where they'd be replaced. So that's why I got these tires. And yeah, from the moment they got on, and I punched it first gear, did a little bit of roll off around 3,000 RPMs. It dead hooked. It will chirp second. It won't spin through second like the old tires I had would. So dry traction is amazing with these tires. For $78, you cannot go wrong at all. Not at all. Like I said, wet traction is not terrible. I've had worse. The Nittos seem to be a lot worse in the rain than these tires do. I didn't push it too hard, but I did give it a little bit of a gas, and it did hook. It hooked just fine for you know, not being a all-season tire. These are, I believe, high-performance summer tires. So for $78, man, you really can't go wrong. I'm getting 2 more of these for the front, and I would get them again. The only thing I can't tell you yet about this tire is the longevity of the tire. I don't know how long these tires are going to last, so I will update you on that. I'm trying not to abuse these too much because I really want to see if they do have a good life. I believe I read they are tread wear somewhere around 30,000 miles is what to be expected out of them. So again, for a tire that's only $78, you can't go wrong with that. These are the, I don't know how to pronounce the name, Achilles ATR 2s, or ATR Sport, I think. I'll link it below in the description. If you guys want to pick up a couple tires, I'll drop a link to Amazon where I got them from, and you guys can get some of these tires. So far, this tire is great. I will try and put a couple clips in right now of this car launching a little bit and showing you the amazing dry traction. It spun, but it hooked at the same time, so it wasn't not going anywhere. It was spinning, but it was going, if that makes sense. Normally when I used to do that, I wouldn't go anywhere, I'd just be spinning. So you gotta imagine too, with a 25-inch tire, tall tire, 373s, basically 410s, I'm punching it in first gear at like 4,000 RPM, which even on drag radials, I would spin a little bit if I did that. So that's not bad at all, and it grabs second really nice too, which I like. So not bad at all. Keep in mind this car's full bolt-on too, so it's not stock with 273s. If it was stock 273s, it would have hooked all day long. But still, decent tire for the money. Cannot go wrong. Let's try it again at a little lower RPM because that was pretty high for a testing. That was definitely gonna spin no matter what. Much better. I was rolling into it a little bit and it hooked, no problem. It spun on the chirp the second, and that was it. But yeah, rolling into it, it hooked, no problem. So if you want to roll somebody at like, say, 20 miles an hour with these tires, first gear, don't punch it, roll into it, and you shouldn't have a problem. So that was nice. It's very good. So that's my review of this tire to start. I will touch base with you guys again in about 5,000 to 10,000 miles and let you know how these tires are doing after I put some more miles on them. That's it for now. Peace.